Is it on?
Yes.
And I hope you join me on my journey of creativity. And there's going to be things I'm showing on YouTube. I don't have a clue. And by the end of the video, I guess we'll figure it out together. So come along for the ride. It should be fun. Okay. This is a piece I just put together. These are cut scrap pieces that I made. This one is made of watercolor. I think it's watercolor. No, this is that Canva paper. It's like a canvas paper. That's what it is. And this one here, so these are all paintings that I made and then I cut them up. And it's a great way to use old paintings. You can make some awesome pieces with them. And then I've taped the sides and I've taped the back. This particular one is kind of an experiment. I have not done this before. Usually I just tape the sides up to the edges, but this time I wanted to create a barrier so that I could keep all the resin in there and it didn't flow down the sides. And so we'll see what happens. And then of course you have to remember your surface that you're going to put your resin pieces on has to be level. And I use a little level like this and make sure that it's level. And this one is not level, but where I'm putting the pieces, it is more level. It's like close here. The bubble is just off a little bit, but really important. The other important thing is dust. When you pour your resin, make sure you're in a dust-free environment. No cats running loose. It's the kiss of death. No flies. And then after you've poured the resin, you cover it with a plastic container. But make sure everything is absolutely spotless. You know, you check your piece before you pour the resin. Make sure there's no little bits. I just cleaned this up. There was some little bits on here, and make sure everything is super clean. So we are almost there. This has been sitting for a little bit. I think we can pour it. So I'll pour it and I'll flash it with the heat, and then I'll set it over there, which is my area that I've leveled. Okay. I love this piece. I love the bright colors. They're really fun. And the resin just magnifies your art. It's so cool. Wow, I'm just burning through this stuff. So I poured this one on and I'm gonna kind of move this one around, but usually you have it stable and you just grab your stick and you move your resin around like this. Am I getting it? Okay. So seeing as I've got the barrier up, I can cheat a little bit by picking the piece up and sending the resin to the areas where it needs it. So we will do that. So I'm just kind of smoothing it out with the stick right now. Get it all the way up to the edges. And here's what happens quite often. You have to put more than one layer of resin on. And so, you know, resining takes, I guess, a few days, you know, so this particular resin, it'll harden by tonight, which is really cool, but most resins don't. They take 24 hours, and then you go and find all the bits in there, and then you have to put another layer on, or you have to sand it. That's just like a whole procedure. But if this particular resin, it'll be hard in a few hours, which I love. And then I can put an extra layer over top to make it perfect. Plus, sometimes a hair floats into your resin, which is a real nuisance. And so the next day after it hardens, how cool that looks. You can sand it. You sand it a little bit, and you don't have to polish it up or anything. You just sand it with some sandpaper. I think I used like a 220 on mine the other day. I did one. And then you go ahead, clean it, make sure it's really, really clean. Use some rubbing alcohol and clean it up real good. And then you can apply your resin. All right, I'm just going to rock this a little bit. I don't know how this is going to be having this tape up. Now I'm going to hit the torch, and all you do is you turn it and click it. I'm going to pop some bubbles. There we go. Okay, and then you turn it off. It's the coolest little gizmo. And this was, I think it was about $30 for this, and then you buy a case of these guys. They come in handy for numerous things. All right, I am going to move this over to my level table. Well, that's all for now, folks. I will have the end product in a short video coming in a couple of days. Once these resins harden, and I will show you the finished product. So thanks for watching, and I hope you come back for more for the part 2 and see what they look like. Bye for now.